Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. You are watching YouTube and Facebook channels of Professor Dr. Rizwan Jamil Qureshi, and I am covering lecture number 10 of software design pattern course. We are covering factory pattern and we discuss the inheritance, and now we are covering the composition. So we have started factory pattern, shape interface, and we have shape factory that creates objects of circle, square and rectangle classes, and we have the factory pattern demo. So we have implemented shape interface and we have completed rectangle.java. Let's move to we have square.java. So we have public class square implements shape, and factory pattern demo is our package, and we override draw method and system.out.print inside square method we have draw. So system.out.print inside square draw method. Now I move to circle.java. Circle.java implements the shape and we override draw method from the shape interface, and we have public void draw system.out.print inside circle draw method. Inside circle draw method we close the method and we close the class. Now we have shape factory dot java. So we have public class shape factory, and then public shape get shape string shape type. If shape type is equal to null, return null. So our method shape, and it has get shape. If shape type dot equals ignore case circle, return new circle. Else if shape type dot equals ignore case rectangle, return new rectangle. Else if shape type dot equals ignore case square, return new square or return null. So that's close the method, close the class. I explain again. We have public shape class shape factory, public shape the get shape and string shape type. So we have parameter string shape type, and we have get shape. If shape type is equal to null, return null. If shape type dot equals ignore case circle, return new circle. Else if shape type dot, so our method has null or conditions, null or circle or rectangle or square, and return new square and return null. So we have get shape method to get the object of type shape, and shape is our interface, and our class name is shape factory, and then we have this shape factory dot java, our factory, to have objects of circle, rectangle and square. Now we have our main factory pattern demo dot java. So we have public class factory pattern demo, public static void main string arguments, and then shape factory, the object shape factory is equal to new shape factory, and shape1 is equal to shape factory dot get shape circle, and the shape1 dot draw. Then shape2 is equal to shape factory dot get shape rectangle, and shape2 dot draw. So get an object of circle, get an object of rectangle, get an object of square. Shape3 is equal to shape factory dot get shape square and shape3 dot draw. So we end the method and we end the class. So let's see the output. So we have inside circle draw method, inside rectangle draw method, inside square draw method. So we implement the factory pattern using the composition, and we use the interface to implement our methods, our classes, to create objects. Consequences of factory pattern: it provides hooks for the subclasses. Hooks mean references for the subclasses to create objects, and it's much better way, much flexible way to create objects using the factory instead of creating objects directly. Factory pattern is much flexible, so we can have more concrete classes as we like, and we have a factory. Whatever the class we want to initialize, whatever the object we want to initialize, we can do that. So that's about the factory. Let's go to the abstract factory, our next pattern. So that is the third creational pattern we are covering, the abstract factory. Abstract factory intention to define interface or abstract class. So that means again we have two ways to implement the abstract factory pattern, either by using inheritance or by composition to create family of objects. Now we have factory, but abstract factory is also called factory of factories. So we can have more than one factory. It's like framework. Framework is a collection of factories. Like we have text box, label box, check box, option box, command button, form window, code window, property window, form layout window, title bar, toolbar, menu bar. So it's collection of factories. So like we have Al-Marai factory. Al-Marai has factories, bread factory, croissant factory, to cook the bread, to cook the croissant. Then they have fresh milk factory. Then they have packed milk factory. Then they have juices. So we can have more than one factories using the abstract factory. So it is also known as factory of factories, and it is also known as kit, like JDK, Java Development Kit. It's a small kit, but it's like collection of factories. We have Java, we can have applets, we can have frames, we can have swing, we can have servlets, we can have JSP. So there are so many factories under this kit, and it's a small kit. We call it Java Development Kit, JDK kit. So that's about the abstract factory intention. Advantages of abstract factory. Abstract factory isolates the client code from the concrete classes from the implementation, like framework, NetBeans, Visual Studio, Cake PHP, Zend PHP, Ruby on Rails, Rails framework, WAMP server, which is a collection of PHP, MySQL, and Apache server. So we have so many frameworks available. For mobile programming, we have React Native, we have Flutter, we have Ionic. So abstract factory hides the implementation detail from the programmer, from the user. Like as a user, I don't know how the abstract factory for command button is created, is written. Text box factory, label box, check box, form window, property window, code window, form layout window, title bar, toolbar, menu bar. So I don't know. It's abstract for me, it's hidden. I have the interface, so I can use the interface to create the objects of command button, text box, label box, project 1, project 2, form window 1, form window 2, code window 1, code window 2. So it's a collection of factories. So that's the abstract factory. So the framework, NetBeans or Visual Studio, .NET, JBuilder, Power Builder, Eclipse, they are the best example of abstract factory. So it is easy for the programmer to create objects using an environment in which interface is there, and we call it integrated development environment, rapid application development environment. So it promotes consistency among the objects, and they are integrated to each other. I don't know how they are integrated, but I know they are integrated, so I can use the code to make functional application. I can concentrate on the main function of the new project. I don't need to concentrate too much how to design the interface, unlike the hard-coded languages like Java, COBOL, Pascal, without using the framework, without using NetBeans or JBuilder or Eclipse. COBOL, Pascal, Fortran, C, C++, I have to design interface. I have to design form window, code window, form layout window. Then I have to make them functional. And then I can concentrate on the main functionality of new project. But in the IDE environment, integrated development environment, rapid application development environment, ready-made components are available, and I just drag and drop, and I can write the code to make them functional according to the requirements of new project. That is the advantages of abstract factory. Then we have usage of abstract factory pattern. As I explained you, the most of the frameworks they use abstract factory, so it helps the systems need to be independent how objects are created. It's not my problem how the text box factory, label box factory, checkbox, command button factories are created, how they are integrated, how the interface is there, how I can see in the toolbox that this is the command button, drag and drop, text box, drag and drop. Like in COBOL, you have to design your interface first in C, Pascal, Fortran, and then you make them functional. It was hard-coded languages, very difficult for the programmers, and it takes a lot of time-consuming, cost-consuming to develop the projects. But now we have RAD environment, rapid application development environment, integrated development environment, in which ready-made components are available. I can just drag and drop, and I can concentrate on writing the code of about the functionalities of the new project. I don't need to concentrate how the interface will be designed. It's very easy. So it's also called RAD, rapid application environment, IDE environment, like car assembly line or any manufacturing product assembly line, laptop manufacturing, computers manufacturing. So it's very easy for the programmers now. They can concentrate on the main functionalities of new project rather than worrying, rather than thinking, concentrating and spending time, effort, cost to design the interfaces. So it was very difficult at that time, but now it's very easy for the programmers. We can have family of objects, related objects together, like in the integrated development environment, in frameworks, they are integrated. I don't need to integrate them separately. It's already integrated. You don't need to worry about that how the text box will be linked with the command button or the checkbox or option box. When you want to provide library, so we have library of objects, like we have packages in Java, import java.awt.static, import java.awt.event.static, applet.static, frames, swing, servlets, JSP, packages are there. So like in .NET, we have library of objects are there. So it's very easy for us. We can just include the library and use it. In Java, we import it. In .NET, we include. Or in C++, we include. So even in C++, we have a library of objects. It's called STL, Standard Template Library. So when the system needs to be configured, they are already configured with one of multiple family of objects. So that's the best example of abstract factory pattern is the framework. Now we move to the implementation. We have UML, we have abstract factory, and it has two concrete factories, X and Y. And we have interfaces, product A, product B. So we can have AX, we can have AY product by using the interface. So from factory, I can use the interface X, I can use interface Y. Then we have interface for product B. I can have BX and BY. So the interface is there to create objects of AX or AY, BX or BY. That is the UML. Let's go to the implementation. We have to calculate fee for the degree programs or diploma programs, like in computer science department, IT department, in IT department, CS department, IS department, in FCIT. We have IT degree, IT diploma, CS degree, CS diploma, IS degree, IS diploma. So how to calculate their fee for the degree program, for the IT or the IS or IT diploma or CS diploma. So I'm not considering IS degree, IS diploma. It can be included, but I just want to make it easy for my students. So I just put two programs, degree and diploma, for two departments, IT department and CS department. So we have abstract class degree, we have abstract class diploma. IT degree, abstract class degree, abstract class diploma. IT degree class extends degree, CS degree class extends degree. IT diploma class extends diploma, CS diploma class extends diploma. And we have abstract factory interface, and then we have IT course factory implements the abstract factory interface, and we have CS course factory implements the abstract factory interface. So that's about then we have the main method. So let's start our coding. So we have degree.java. So we have new project, abstract factory demo. So abstract class degree. We have int fee, int duration, and we have abstract method void compute. Then you close the degree abstract class. We have two attributes, int fee, int duration, and abstract void compute. Then you have diploma.java, abstract class diploma, int fee, int duration, void compute, system.out.print, fee multiplied by duration, close the method, close the class. Then you have itdegree.java, the concrete class.java. We have public class IT degree extends degree, the abstract class, public IT degree, the constructor, duration is equal to 4 years, fee is equal to 3000 real. So override public void compute system.out.print. This is the concrete method of abstract method compute, what we declare in the degree abstract class. System.out.print, the IT degree is duration multiplied by fee, and then concatenation character in Saudi Arabia. Close the method and close the class. We will continue from here, inshallah, in the next lecture. Thank you very much. Love you. Take care. Stay blessed, healthy and happy. Assalamu alaikum.